Hey, welcome to Night Combos. It's Lovey here. You know, every time we think we've heard or seen the final version of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's story, she drops a detail that cracks the whole thing wide open again. But this time, it's not something she said on TikTok. It's not a new interview. It's something she typed with her own two thumbs. Not to mention, she tells on herself left, right, and center all the time. All because she can't keep her mouth shut, thinking she can say whatever she wants now. Maybe she will maybe she will talk herself right back into a prison cell where she belongs, in our humble opinions. Have to throw that in there, you know. And this screenshot we're going to talk about might just blow her story out of the water. Seriously though, how in the world can anyone still believe her and her narrative, or anything else she says for that matter? We've talked about this when Nick actually got there versus what Gypsy said, like when Nick actually got to her house that night versus what Gypsy said in a previous video of the text messages to show Nick didn't get there until the 10th. Yet she was saying Dee Dee passed away on the 9th. So we're going to talk about what blew our minds that we came across while looking for something else. Watch a clip and see what all of you think about it. Real quick, thank you so much to all of our channel members. We truly, truly appreciate every single one of you so much. We honestly do. And we are so grateful for all of our subscribers. Thank you to all of our subscribers. We honestly appreciate every single one of you so very much, because without all of you, we wouldn't have a channel or anything or the family that we've all been a part of building. So thank you so much for that. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, share, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos. And please leave your thoughts and opinions about everything we talk about in the comment section down below, and we'll be conversating with you like always. We all know for years Gypsy has pushed this main narrative of what really happened the night Dee Dee passed away. We don't buy this crap of Gypsy's new narrative she's pushing of, well, because I have my trauma, I have memory loss. I can't remember certain things. Sorry, but wouldn't you remember the night you lost a parent? Especially when they were unalived in such a brutal way and you were the one that planned it? Yes, her details have changed, but as far as her main narrative, it has stayed the same, saying Nick did the actual KILL, not me. She's repeated that she was in the bathroom the whole time, covering her ears, counting her breaths to calm herself until it was over, shaving her legs so she and Nick could have sex afterwards, because she says that's what he wanted, which we now know she wanted it, and waiting for his knock and scratches at the door so she'd know it was him and to open the door. That's the image she wants in everyone's mind. The helpless victim, poor pitiful me, locked in the bathroom while Nick handled the crime, knowing the lock was on the inside of the bathroom. Take a look back at this clip. And by the way, we got this clip from Couch Detectives here on YouTube.
You tried to stop him? Was he too strong?
He was very strong. For the beginning, I'll tell you the truth all now.
Good. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
I love him so much, but maybe he can get help now.
Okay.
For his silent ways.
Maybe he can.
He killed my mom.
He killed your mom.
Yes, I know it.
How did he do that?
visit me. And we're just gonna sit together for a while on the porch. And
At your mom's house?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he came inside, and he started walking to my mom's room, and I told him that he needed to go outside. We need to go outside.
What was your mom doing at that point? Was she asleep or
She was
awake?
asleep, and I had got up to use the restroom. And at that point, he had put me in the bathroom, and he had locked the door.
Okay.
And he went to my mom's room, and I heard her cry, and heard him scream for my.
You heard your mom crying?
Oh, good
You
girl.
heard your mom crying? And you heard your mom calling out your name?
And I screamed.
She was screaming.
And
Proud of you,
and
sweetheart.
he opened the door, and he was covered with his hand had blood on it, and he had cut himself with his finger.
You know if it was his left hand or his right hand?
It was, gosh, I think it was this hand.
Okay.
And what happened was, he commanded me to.
You tried
Okay, in case you couldn't understand what she was saying through her fake blubbering tears, she was saying that her and Nick were supposed to sit outside of her house and just visit on the porch. Which, if that's true, then wouldn't that tell you that Dee Dee would be okay with Nick visiting her? Because we all know now that Dee Dee actually liked Nick. He was okay, she was okay with Gypsy dating Nick. And then she goes to say, he followed me in, he locked me in the bathroom, a bunch of BS. And then he started going to my mom's room. You know, her story isn't making sense. You know, oh, he locked me in the bathroom, and then he started going toward my mom's room, and he opened the door, and he cut himself on his hand. And the detective asked, which hand? Did y'all see her cross her hands back and forth and then like just wiggle one of her hands over to the side and be like, oh, I think it was this hand? You know, it almost makes you think that maybe she was a part of the jabbing. And right here at this part, right here, what she's about to do, she crosses her hands. And she's saying, I think it was this hand over here, trying to tell the detective which hand Nick cut. Okay, that makes me think anyway that she was a part of the jabbing, and she didn't know like if Nick was left-handed or right-handed, or couldn't think what to say, or couldn't think whether he was left-handed or right-handed or not. You know, like if she already knew which one he was, she couldn't at least think in this moment. So she did this stupid mess of crossing her hands over. But it makes you think she jabbed her mom, or she at least took part in the jabbing of her mom, and couldn't remember, you know, whether Nick was left-handed or right-handed to think, you know, which hand he used to actually jab her mom the few times he did. Y'all get what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, it's truly sickening to sit here and watch this narcissist try to be so manipulative, thinking she is just so smart and witty, when the investigator knows the truth the entire time, sitting here listening to her stupid BS sob story, where she's not even really sobbing. She's making sobbing sounds to get him to feel sorry for her, but that's about it. But at the very beginning, did y'all hear her say, hopefully he can get the help he needs now? Like, I love him so much, but hopefully now he can get the help he needs. It's because right before this, like seconds before we started screen recording this clip right here, the detective was like asking her, "Did Nick hurt your mom?" And she was saying, "Yes, Nick hurt my mom. Nick unalived my mom." You know, like she said it. He unalived my mom. I love him so much, but and right before this, right before the clip, seconds before, she raised her sleeve to show the detective a mark on her arm, which turns out is just a hickey. But she raised her sleeve to show him a mark on her arm. And he's like, "Yeah, I see that." And he said, so he hurt your mom," talking about Nick. And Gypsy says, "Yeah, I love him so much, but maybe he can get the help he needs now." Are you kidding? Maybe he can get the help he needs? Gypsy Rose Blanchard, you'd need more help than all of us put together. When you look at the facts, Nick believed he was rescuing Gypsy because she told him she was being oh so abused, made to sleep outside with bugs. Ironically, she never tells Nick anything about being medically abused. Matter of fact, some of you will remember she even told him in text messages that she would get her feeding tube changed, go ahead and get it changed, so that once they moved to Wisconsin together, she would be good for at least 6 months. We know all of the crap she told Nick was complete and utter BS and nothing but lies. We know Nick has autism, he's extremely impressionable, and he was emotionally functioning years younger, at the age of what his mom said is 15. Nick's mom, who is also no longer here because of Gypsy's actions and choices she won't take accountability for. Matter of fact, she said that was Nick's karma for unaliving her mom, which is so sick coming from this girl right here, this thing right here. Nick completely trusted Gypsy and thought they'd be together forever and that she truly loved him, which in our opinions, she's not capable of truly loving anyone. That's a narcissist for you though. And now Nick is serving life without parole. Meanwhile, Gypsy served 8 years and now she's out here living my best life, as she says. But then we get to the timeline she has always said Dee Dee passed away on June 9th. Except Nick didn't arrive until June 10th, in the morning hours of June 10th. When called out about this, Gypsy changed her story to, well, it started on the 9th and went into the early morning hours on the 10th. Except that's not what the evidence shows, Gypsy, at all. At least not as far as Nick being involved goes. Maybe someone else was there on the 9th into the 10th. Nick wasn't, though. He even had to ask for her address, and she explained what her house looked like. And this text message only makes the inconsistencies even louder. And this is the text I'm talking about right here. Here's the message Gypsy sent Nick. And it says, "And once you're inside the house, we stay silent, not even a whisper, until after I open the bathroom door. Okay, sir?" And then she sends him another text, not even a minute later. You can see in the black line at the top where it says 1:09 a.m. Not even a minute later, it's still 1:09 a.m. She says, "Okay, hon?" Like wanting him to answer her about her instructions to him. We stay silent. We? Who is we? could she really have meant her and Nick stay silent? Or could this whole thing mean something different? Like once Nick is inside the house, we will stay silent, meaning her and someone else would stay silent, while Nick went to her mom's or Dee Dee's bedroom. Also, until I opened the bathroom door, she's describing herself opening the door, not waiting for him to knock, not waiting for a signal of 3 knocks and 2 scratches at the door, which is what their signal was. Not scared, not trapped, not helpless. Gypsy's giving instructions. She is timing how things are going to go. Obviously, this doesn't match her bathroom story at all. Gypsy says, I was scared, covering my ears. But her text says, we're going to stay silent until I open the door. One of those is not like the other. And now everyone's wondering, was she actually with Nick in the bathroom before anything happened? Was this text honestly talking about when she opened the door after Nick gave her their signal? Was someone else inside with her? Or was she actively helping plan the moment? Or was she helping plan the moment and participating in it, not hiding from it? That's what we think. Let us know what you think, though. Okay, warning. I'm about to show a picture of Dee Dee, pull a picture of Dee Dee up, but nothing too gory. We've blurred out the slash on her neck and all of that. We know some people like to have a warning before anything like that just pops up on the screen. So if you want to skip ahead a minute, you can. We completely understand. Nick said he jabbed Dee Dee 4 times and then slashed her neck once, because remember, she was on her stomach. The autopsy says Dee Dee was jabbed 17 times. So who did the other 13? Did Nick black out? We don't believe so. No. Did Gypsy participate? In our opinions, she absolutely did. Was someone else there? We think probably so, because Dee Dee didn't have anything in her system to relax her for Gypsy to take over Dee Dee by herself. Or did Gypsy convince Nick he did things he actually didn't do? You know, given how much control she had over the narrative then and now? We think these are all legitimate questions. Do you? Gypsy says it happened on the 9th. It didn't. She was in the bathroom the whole time. The text message may say differently. Nick did all the jabbing. The evidence doesn't match that. Every time Gypsy's confronted with a contradiction, her story shifts just enough to try and patch the hole, but not enough to make sense, which is why we all keep questioning her. Well, that and the fact that she stays on social media, not able to shut her mouth. And that's why we're all screaming, what actually happened that night? And we may not ever get all the answers, but hopefully Nick will speak soon. So, did Nick jab Dee Dee because he genuinely believed he was, quote, saving Gypsy? Did Gypsy do more than she's admitted to doing? Again, we absolutely think so. Did she and someone else do it, with Nick taking the fall? Probably. Or did she play a larger role and convince Nick he was responsible? We believe this as well. Was Gypsy simply talking about when Nick knocked and scratched at the door, she would open it? We do know one person is unalived and can't speak, One person is in prison for life and still thinks he's protecting Gypsy in a way, and also won't speak out about what happened. And the only person who got out keeps telling different versions. And that's exactly why people are now questioning the entire narrative again. And don't forget, the person that got out and is now telling different versions of what happened is this same person right here in this picture, standing with this man with her daughter in his arms, which is a very scary thought. Let us know what you think, because the more you look at the details, the harder it is to believe Gypsy's main narrative and the official story. Let us know what your thoughts and opinions are on all of this and what you really think happened that night. I'm sure most of us agree on what happened that night at this point, especially with all the information that has come out. But let us know, honestly, and we'll be conversating with you like always in the comment section. Again, thank you so much to all of our channel members. We truly appreciate all of you. And thank you so very much for all of our subscribers. We honestly are so grateful for all of you. We love and appreciate all of you being a part of our family and channel here that we've all been a part of building. And we truly appreciate it so much. And thank you for the hypes as well. And if you're not already, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, sharing, hitting the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, all of the things, and we would truly appreciate it so very much. Always remember, the best is yet to come, and we'll see you in the next one, and we hope you have a good night, and God bless. Bye.